taking my trash out, you can see that this place is still not cleaned up. They just leave messes everywhere. These construction people. At least they finished this, that's nice. But look, what's going on here? Shouldn't there be a fire extinguisher? Should be. Not on this level. That's a safety issue, isn't it? All these wooden stairs, you know? All these decks are made of wood. Look at this. They've had fires here. It's not, you know, a question. I had one recently. Somewhere around June or May. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Like I said, it's not the construction guys' fault. They're not doing anything but hard work, you know? Hard job. Out in the heat, in the rain, in the weather. I've worked in the weather before. It's not easy to do. So I don't blame the construction guys. I blame the people who hired them to disturb all of our peace and not compensate us in any way. There's no you know, paying you back for your displacement or your disturbed peace or anything. And when they're pounding on your walls with hammers and shit and sawing away at the outside of your apartment, just on the other side of the drywall that you have in your living room, I mean, man, you're not gonna stay sleeping very long. Especially, look, if you work shift hours, let's say you work in the evenings, you work overnight. Well, you're gonna come home and you're gonna want to go to sleep, but you're not gonna be able to do that. Not here. Not at Sawyer Flats. At least this isn't so full right now. Normally this is just overflowing, especially at night. I gotta come back here during the evening hours and just get a good shot of this whole mess. But honestly, you can go online and see reviews and see pictures of when this is just piled up and just a total fucking shit show. So just when you want to. And I might do that. I might go online and record a video just pulling up reviews and showing off all the other people who have complained about this place. And you'll notice that there's a pattern between my complaints and the other people's complaints. We're coming up on the Sawyer Flats mosquito breeding pond. This is where they like to breed mosquitoes. Beautiful, isn't it? Don't enter. It's a dangerous pond, but perfect grounds for mosquitoes to breed. Look at this. Amazing. They must be on lunch break right now, because the circular saw is not going. Look, what do we have up here? Holy shit balls. Amazing. I should apologize to my audience members for the profanity I use, because you don't necessarily deserve it. The people that deserve it are the leasing office, the property manager. The property manager's Roy, but I call him Pillsbury Dumb Boy, because he's a fucking idiot. Look at this, look. Tearing down the walls, tearing out everything, pounding it back in constantly. Now I'm coming around again. This is, let's see, what day is this? What day and time? It's August 21st at 12:45. So yeah, lunchtime. 12:45 in the afternoon. Now, they haven't gotten to this one yet, obviously, but that's okay. Let's go over here. Go see how that burned out building is doing. Remember the burned out building? The place they had the fire. They didn't make any community-wide notice either or anything like that. Hey, there was a fire, we're really sorry. Nothing. In fact, they displaced a bunch of people from the building that the fire happened in, condemned the entire building. All of the apartments in the building were condemned, and the people that weren't burned out had to leave anyway. Don't know where they went. But that's okay. Look, here's Sawyer Flats. Now leasing. They're never not leasing. Mostly because nobody really wants to move in here, and the people that do are fools like me, who signed a lease and find out later, the hard way, that all they're here to do is steal from you. Look at this. That's a safety hazard. You gotta rope this off. Look at this shit. Nice, nice. Imagine you live there, you get to walk past this every day. You signed up, you signed a lease, and all of a sudden this happens afterwards. Because that's what happened to me. Signed up, signed a lease, moved in. A couple months later, they're like, yeah, we're going to be doing construction on your place. Really? Okay, cool. That's fun. Look, if your kids play around, this is just out here. Bunch of nails sticking out of boards. Okay, and we got another one of these just hanging over the sidewalk. Oh, I walked under it. Real dangerous, actually. Again, stuff goes wrong. But you won't see any of this stuff on the website. You won't see any of this stuff promoted by them because they're not proud of it. They know better. They know they've got no good reason to have all this shit going on. All they're trying to do is whitewash the face of the place so that it looks new, while on the inside, it's all still shit. And it's not just that the inside of your apartment's going to be bad. It's not that. It's more like the people that run the place are going to be shit. Always. They don't care about you. They don't want to hear you. They're going to dismiss you. They say, oh, that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. Why? We don't know. It just is. It's the policy. It's in the lease. It's in the lease. It's in the lease. It's in the lease. That's what Pillsbury Dumbboy will tell you. And he'll just repeat it. He won't even listen to your statements or complaints. He'll just keep saying, it's in the lease, it's in the lease. He's a fucking idiot. Brainless. Pillsbury Dumbboy, Roy.Wilkinson. Let's go by the leasing office and see if anybody's over there. See, I just made a loop. This is the same place I just was. I know I'm not showing anything new now. It's just walking back through, seeing what's going on. And it's not like it's just this way for, a week and I'm just catching it for this week. I'm going to keep making videos. You're going to keep seeing them, and I'm going to keep time stamping them and dating them. You're going to see it doesn't just last for a day or 3. This is a full-blown reconstruction of the outside of the walls of your apartment. And if they'll do this when they feel like it to you, what else will they do when they feel like it? Without concern. So as soon as this construction's over, what's the next construction they're going to do? What's the next improvement? Also, you got all these amenities, you pay for those. All these extra amenities. So if you don't use the TV outdoors here, well, you're paying for it. You're actually paying for access to that leasing office too, where it says, yes, we're open, but they won't let you necessarily come in there. Pulling up a little close, bud. See, look, he's got his blinds open. He looking. He looking, he's scared. He's scared, little Pillsbury doughboy. Little Pillsbury dumb boy. He's scared. Because criminals are terrified of the honest. Criminals are terrified of those that are just following the law. It's good to scare criminals. You should always scare criminals. In fact, not only should you scare them, you should talk trash to them. You should tell them they're garbage people. Because it's the only way you can get them to do anything different. Talk trash, expose them for who they are and what they do and how they act, and see how quickly things change. Maybe nothing changes, but that tells us something too, doesn't it? If nothing changes, then the management above them is also shit. Right? Because if nothing changes, their management doesn't care either. Nothing's changing. Roy still works there. After all the complaints, after all my emails to different people about my car being stolen, nobody gives a shit. In fact, they told me this is the last time this will be revisited. Like, no, it's not. I'm the one that has the car missing. I'll decide when it's the last time it's going to be revisited, and it's not going to be done until I've got my car back. Not going to be done until I'm settled. And right now, I'm not settled. So, let's look up here real quick. See how they're doing up there. Yeah, that's the burned out unit. That's where the fire was. That apartment, I think, on top was the one that caught. And then it caught down here. But I'm not sure because it's all charred all the way down. Yeah. And that was because the balconies wood is so dry rotted that just a simple spark turned it into a matchbox. Look at this beautiful property that we pay to access. We pay to have this shredded up. Look at that. Jesus Christ. Could they have done this better? Oh, I can't get through here because they've blocked me off. I can't pass through. Look. What is this? I should be able to walk down that sidewalk back to the pool. But not today, because this building is condemned still. Let's go look at some doors. See if they still have the notices on the doors or not. If they don't, then it's, I'm moving on. I'm not interested in spying on these people or anybody, really. But when it comes to how this place is functioning, so they don't have the notices on the doors anymore. So maybe the people were able to move back in. But there used to be notices on all these doors. It just says condemned. Oh, no, they do. They do. There it is. Condemned. Look, if you lived in that apartment, you don't get to live there now. Hold on, it's not focused. Sorry about that. It's focusing on the chain link. Let's go a little past. There you go. Condemned. And it wasn't just one. It's everyone. Every one of these apartments. Condemned. You can't really see it because it's blurry, but I can get it. Condemned. All of these. Look how many apartments this is, really. Like, we're going to go back. You're just going to look up here. Look how many apartments they'd had to have condemned. Now, there's some kids playing on the playground right here. I'm not going to get them. They're kiddos. They don't deserve to be, on the internet necessarily against their knowledge. I don't feel. At the same time, they're in public. If I recorded them, it wouldn't be a crime. It's just that that's not who I am. I'm not out to get the kids, But yeah, whole building condemned. And here's the pool. See, this is the sidewalk I'm supposed to have access to. But because they can't clean up their act here, because they don't do preventative maintenance, they just do reactionary maintenance. We lose access to the things we're paying for. Don't expect them to give you money back, though. They're not going to prorate you for anything. Just be assholes. Let's go up here and see how they respond if I knock on the door. They might not see me coming, I don't know. Just gonna terrify the criminals with honesty and openness. Let's see how Roy's doing. How's he doing in there? How you doing, Pillsbury Doughboy? Pillsbury Dumb Boy? Uh-huh. Alright. We'll get rolling. That's his office. Oh, and let me see. Okay, so this is locked, but the pool is often visited by homeless people. Not that I have anything against homeless people. I've been homeless before. But I don't know, man. There's no gate. This is not a gated community. There's the entrance over there. This is a wide open community. There is no gate. There is no fence, so anybody can come in. One time I saw a homeless person sleeping over there on one of the couches that's out there next to the pool. I know they were homeless because all their stuff was in, trash bags and little bags that they had tucked away and stuff. But now I didn't interrupt them because I want them to be able to rest. Being homeless sucks. We should have better places for them. We should have better social services to support the homeless, but what we have is lacking so much. And then this property, it doesn't have security. There's no security guy going around. They have a tow truck going around. They have a tow truck that goes around just to tow your car. The residents' cars. That's the thing. It's like, it would be one thing if they didn't know whose car it was. But they know, because they have your tag number. They have your tag number when you sign up for the lease. They know you're a resident. They know that your car is the one getting towed. They don't care. They like to exploit their residents. They like to extort them so that when you get your car towed, you go negotiate and say, it's been in the law and that's up to $1,000, but we'll give it back to you for $200. No, how about you just give me my car that you shouldn't have in the first place? Right? Give me my car that you shouldn't have in the first place. They still haven't heard from anybody that they were going to do anything right. Oh, there was another complaint that somebody had too many plants on a balcony. Too many plants on the balcony. Like, dude, what the fuck is that shit, Oh, jeez, almost died on that stick. But yeah, too many plants. Look, they got a plant. Is that too many? Is it too big of a plant? How many plants can we have? 4 big plants, but 2 little plants? I don't know. It says in the lease, but again, that's just written as criminally as they can get away with. This is our parking lot. It's supposed to be for cars to park, but they've taken it over for the construction. Pretty cool, huh? So, less spots. Sorry, bud. Just a construction worker. It's not personal against them. It's personal against, it's business, really, against Sawyer Flats for being bad business. For being a bad property manager. Bad landlords. Just trying to extort their residents. Pathetic. Well, we'll go back here. I'll go back home and see if I can be left alone. It's amazing this trash can's empty. Again, this is only the second time I've ever seen that trash can fully empty. Normally it's overflowing with trash. And normally you'll walk down these hallways and you'll just smell the trash because people put it out for valet trash to take it. But valet trash never comes by. Don't move here. Do not sign their lease. They're assholes and they're idiots. Classy. You notice they all look at you when you're recording too, like, uh-oh. All right, see you later.